In the today lecture, we will discuss about constructions of objects. So construction of object means creating an object and initializing the value, and this process is called constructions of objects. So our outlines are scheme, syllabus, what is constructor, types of constructor and constructor overloading. And after that, we will conclude the lecture. A constructor is a special member function of a class which has the same name as that of the class. It is a special member function but because it has some special characteristics. It is automatically invoked we can say when we declare or create a new objects of the class. It is called constructor because it constructs the value of data member of the class. You can see the syntax of creating a constructor in the class. There are some special characteristics of constructor that make the constructor different from all other member function. First is they should be declared in the public section. We can we can declare our member functions private area, but they will not be called outside the class. So when we declare a constructor or when we create a constructor in our class, we should put it in the public area. Second is they are called automatically when the objects are created. A normal function can be called by using the object name and the member access operator, but we do not need to call constructor explicitly. It will be automatically called when the object of the class is created. They do not have return type. Constructor do not have return type, not even void. So we cannot write return type in the when we are declaring the constructor. If we do that, we will get an error. So if constructor does not have any return type, that means that it cannot return values. They cannot be inherited through a derived class can call the base class constructor. So constructor we cannot inherit the constructor but we can call the constructor of base class by using the derived class object. 6 is like other C++ functions they can have default arguments. So like normal functions we can have default constructor as well as we can have parameterized constructor. Sixth is constructors cannot be virtual. Seventh is they cannot be referred by their address, and eighth point is that constructor cannot be static. Acha, this constructor cannot be static because we can call static member function by using the class name, but constructor is called automatically when the class object of the class is created. So we can say that constructor cannot be static. Types of constructor. There are three types of constructor: default constructor, parameterized constructor, and copy constructor. Default constructor is a constructor which does not take any arguments, which does not have any parameter, and then in that case, that constructor will be called as default constructor. If in the program, if we are creating an object-oriented programming program and we do not use constructor in our class, in that case the C++ compiler, if we are using C++ programming, in that case the C++ compiler will supply a default constructor in our program, and that constructor will be called when the object of the class is created. If user explicitly supply and constructor in the class, in that case, the C++ compiler will not supply default constructor. The parameterized constructor means that the constructor which takes some parameter as input. A constructor which takes some parameter as input, then this constructor will be called, or we can say this constructor is called parameterized constructor. Third one is copy constructor. Copy constructor is used to copy the properties of one object into the other object of the same class. Suppose that we have O1 objects and we want to create another object O2, and we want to copy the properties of O1 into O2, and they both objects belong to the same class. In that case we need to use copy constructor. Now our next topic is overloaded constructors. Beside performing the role of member data initialization, constructors are no different from other functions. This included overloading also. In fact, it is very common to find overloaded constructor. So you can see the example of or you can see the syntax of overloading constructor. So overloading means that if our class consists of two or more if our class consists of two or more constructor with the same name, then we can say that we have done the constructor overloading. So overloading, just like member functions overloading, we can also overload our constructors, but it should be different on the basis of their parameter. There are three ways on which we can overload the constructor. First one is that on the basis of their arguments type, on the basis of number of arguments, on the basis of sequence of arguments, and on the basis of three these techniques we can overload the constructor. And overloaded constructor is used when we want to create multiple constructor with the same name. So first we will discuss about default constructor. A default constructor construct does not have any parameter, or if it has parameter, all the parameters have default values. So syntax is you can see the syntax of the default constructor, and I have shown here a program by using default constructor. You can see that first we have included a stream header file. After that we are using namespace standard. After that we have created a class, name is test, and open bracket, open braces and the close braces. So within the class I have declared a constructor name test, and it is declared in the public section. And when the constructor is called, we will get an output as default constructor. So we will our program will execute from the main function. So we are here in the main functions. Now we have opened the we have entered in the main function body, or we can say that the CPU is entered in the main function body. And after that we have write the coding of creating an object of the test class. So we have write the syntax. We have written the syntax as test space O. It means the O is an object of test class. Uh, while the object of test class is created, at the same time the constructor will be called, and the constructor will call. After that it will display the message as default constructor, and the program will be terminated. Next is parameterized constructor. If a constructor has parameter, it is called as parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructors assist in initializing value when an object is created. So here you can see that we have taken a constructor which take one parameter of string type, and after that the constructor body consists of a statement that will print the value of s, whatever and the value will be passed to the s, and the value of s will be displayed on the screen. So your program will be executed from your main function, and we have created an object of the test class, and we are passing the value in the form of string. We are passing parameterized constructor. This value will be passed to the constructor, and this value will be stored in the s variable. After that the constructor, after that we are displaying the value of s. So we have stored parameterized constructor in the s, so it will display parameterized constructor. Now we have example of constructor overloading. So you can see we have created a program for finding the area of rectangle and circle. So you can say that I have taken a class name is area, and the class body consists of two data members, that is integer type a and b, and in the public area I have created a parametric constructor. You can see the name area, as we can understand that this is a constructor, and this constructor will take one parameter as input, and the body of the the body of the constructor consists of a cout object and the insertion operator, and we have written here that area of circle equal to 3.14 into a, and we have used end line statement, and we completed the body of constructor. Now we have overloaded this area constructor. We have overloaded this constructor by using two arguments. Here we have taken one argument, here we are taking two arguments, and the value will be passed in these two arguments, and the constructor body will show area of rectangle as a into b. So our program will execute from here, from main function. In the main function we have written, mm, we will create an object of the area. So we have created the object of area as m, and at the same time we are passing a value as 10, and the 10 value is one argument, and for that our one parameter constructor will, which has one parameter, will be executed. So that this 10 value will be copied into the a, and here you can see that the 3.14 into a into n means that 3.14 into 10 into 10, this value will be present, and this value will be displayed. So you can say the area of circle is 314, and after that we have created another object o, and we are passing two value with that object. So at the same time we create the object, the constructor will be called. So constructor will be called and we are passing two values, so this constructor will be matched with our object calling. So 10 will be copied in the a, and 20 will be copied in b. After that we have written the constructor body, and that you can see that we are multiplying the value of a and b. So a is 10 and b is 20, so we will get output as area of rectangle is equal to sorry, this is the mistake, the output will be 200. And thank you so much.